Hey YouTube, it is the Curvy Jones coming at you with what I hope is a super quick update because I don't have anything new to report. Nothing happens. I'm 4.5 years out from VSG and nothing happens. I'm the same as I was the last time I made a video, which is why I don't make videos a lot because, who wants to watch a video where the person says the same thing every single time? But every time somebody says that in a video, I'm like, but we want to see you and we want to hear your voice and we want to know that everything's okay. So here I am making a video. Everything's okay. I shouldn't say that I don't have anything new to report because I sorta kinda do, but it's along the lines of the last video I made where certain clothes don't fit and but in a good way, and changes happen and you're like, I didn't notice that before. um, but here's the thing. I've been thinking a lot about this lately because I had been going through some things. There's a saying that says, watch for the people that don't clap for you when you're doing well. And you can take that in a good way or a bad way. The bad way is obviously they're not happy for you and they don't want you to do well, and they liked you better when you were fat and they don't want you to make any changes, and I never believe people are jealous of me. There's nothing to be jealous of, but sometimes nobody wants to hear your good news. But there's also the other way, in that maybe people are struggling and maybe it's hard for them to clap for you when you're doing well because they're not. And a lot of times I find that the latter is true. There are a lot of people in the community that are struggling. A lot of people that are taking a look at their habits and making some changes and aiming toward a more healthy lifestyle and trying to turn back the clock, so to speak, and get to a point in life where they're happy and they're healthy and they can move forward from that. And I want to applaud that and I want to support that, and that's why I'm here making a video. I don't want to say that I have advice for them because I have not faced what they are facing. I just want, those people to know that I'm here. I have just as much experience as they do, which means we're all, it's like the blind leading the blind. But, we are all part of the same community, no matter what surgery you had or how far out you are. We're all one. We're all on the same team. So each one teach one, each one help one. So there's that. But I am experiencing a super good post-weight loss surgery experience. I've not had any regain. I'm still losing. I'm 4.5 years out from weight loss surgery. I started my journey at 273.3. It took me a year and a half to lose 100 pounds. And since then, I've been just kind of coasting downward, and it's been long periods of time at the same weight, and then I will start dropping, and then it'll plateau for a long time, like 6 months or so, and then I'll start dropping again. A lot of that, I think, is just the way my body is built, and I lost weight so slowly that I'm really still catching up. And I don't lose pounds so much as inches. The inches have always come off like gangbusters, but I'm doing really well. And like the other day, I put on a pair of pants and they were 6s, and they are loose. Like, I could almost put them on and pull them off without unbuttoning and unzipping them, which is my sign that I need a new pair of pants. And it's not all my 6s that fit like that, but enough to where I don't want to go to work looking like a baggy person. All my shirts are too big. My pants are baggy. This sweater, I think, is an XL. I don't own a belt. My shoes are flopping off my feet. Stuff like that. It's hard for me to log into social media and play brag about how rough my life is because none of my clothes fit because they're too big, when I have people in my life that have regained 30, 40, 50 pounds and they're struggling to get it off. When I have people in my life that are just fighting to lose 20 pounds, when I have people in my life that are working their absolute behinds off and not seeing any results. So rather than being that person that's coming online and like, look at what a success I am, I'm having such a good time, la la la, I've lost so much weight, look at me, look at me, look at me. I don't want to be that person that no one's clapping for because she's an asshole. Plain and simple. Excuse the language, but I don't want to be an asshole. So I keep it to myself. And I clap for myself and I celebrate myself. And this is definitely not, me boo-hoo, because I'm definitely gonna feel good in here and in here about how well I'm doing. But at the same time, I'm cognizant and sensitive to what other people are going through, because in the first few years, I lost very slowly, and I would look at people and hate them because they were actually losing weight. And it was difficult for me to clap for people because I was struggling so badly. And maybe I just over-identify with people, but I try to stay quiet about how things go, because it's not like there are people around that are like, hey, me too. A lot of people in my life are they're really just trying to get it together. And I just know when I was at that point and I was struggling, that the last thing I wanted to see was someone who wasn't struggling. And being totally honest, I'm not struggling. So I just try to focus on being a support to other people and offering advice where I can, and letting other people notice that I'm not struggling and be like, yeah, that's kind of life. I don't think that my experience is typical, but I also don't think it's all that unusual. I also am loath to brag about where I am and how I'm not struggling, because the very minute that I start is when I will start struggling. So I mean, like, zip it, girl, zip it, zip it, because you just don't know. You just don't know. So anyhow, here we go with a 10-minute video about nothing. I basically just wanted to log in just to say hey to the people, let everybody know everything is copacetic over here. There are some veterans that used to make videos that stopped making videos that are now making videos again, and I definitely want to welcome them back to YouTube. And I hope the community is embracing them and clapping for them, and because I definitely am. And we are most definitely here for leaning and talking and being a support. So use us. Use me. I'm nice and strong now. Actually, I'm not. I'm totally weak. It took me like 5 minutes to lift up this little case of Smart Water today. I'm a total weakling. that's all I have. I'm gonna go home now, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. Mwah.